Let's talk about this question from Jacob P, who writes into patreon.com/filmpodcast. I often hear that a film made a person cry, but I've always wondered if everyone means the same thing by that. When you tell someone that a film made you cry, do you include getting a bit choked up, or do you need to be a little misty-eyed? Do those tears need to be shed? Or is crying a description you reserve for full-on sobbing? When somebody else says they cried at a film, which of these do you assume they mean? This is a great question. Because I think we talk about crying at films sometimes.
There are degrees of it. Yeah, for sure.
I will say that for me, anytime a film makes me feel, brings any tears to my eyes, that is what I define as crying. Like,
sure.
No sobbing, no anything, but anytime I have tears, and usually
production
like
of liquid in your eyes.
Well,
yes.
I would say misty-eyed doesn't quite do it for me. I would say literally a tear needs to physically fall down my face. So that's how I define it. There's been very few times when a movie has made me heaving sob. I would say maybe like 2 or 3 times in my life that's happened. Honestly, one of the times that I could describe that as is watching Everything Everywhere All at Once. But there's very few other times when I felt that. Maybe like Requiem for a Dream the first time. I don't know. But there's very few times when it's heaving. So a lot of movies make me cry in that they bring tears to my eyes. Very few movies heaving sob. What do you guys think? Jeff Canada, let's start with you.
Well, I cry at the drop of a hat, and I'm not ashamed to say it.
But how do you define cry is the question, Jeff?
Well, I definitely, in reviewing a movie and bringing that up, I will be very distinct with my designations, right? If a movie just kind of gets me misty-eyed, I will often say I was moved. It was a very emotional experience or something like that. If I cry, I'll say I cry, and that usually means I was crying. But also the next level, the like watching Mass or Women Talking, for example.
Yeah.
You will probably recall that in those reviews, I'll say something like, I was a blubbering mess at the end. I was sobbing. I was just, and there are those movies where, United 93, there are those movies, Dear Zachary, that I am just.
Yeah. Dear Zachary is a good one.
Just a mess. Just Mass was like that, where like throughout the whole movie, I mean, with Mass, I was wailing and like watching it by myself in my house, just going, I mean, it was that powerful. So yeah, I tried to be specific when I relate it to people. I don't just say cry to mean all those degrees of emotional output.
Yeah, we have words for these varying degrees. It's what they're there for. Yeah.
Devindra, any thoughts on this?
No, I'm pretty much with you, Dave. Like it's tear forms. I could say I cried. I think things make me misty-eyed more than anything these days. I don't think I've ever like done the full on like sobbing thing towards a movie. It's it takes a lot to get that from me.
Yeah,
I feel like the only time that's ever happened, like that takes a real thing. That takes a family member dying, like a funeral type situations where emotions happen, but movies have not really done that to me.
I will often cry from very positive feelings from a movie, like something that if someone does something in a very heroic or beautiful way, or something is so poetically expressed, that will bring me to actual human tears as well.
Interesting,
for sure. Tears of joy are
that's happened recently. Is it? Yeah, if you can recall,
Black Adam. No.
When it was over, you're like, oh my god, I could leave.
That's your like punching bag.
I don't know. It's just a funny movie to bring up, I think.
Yeah.
I feel like Into the Spider-Verse was one of those where it was like, oh man, this is just beautiful, and it's great to see this hero, and it's great to see this type of New York. Like it's tears of joy happen a lot.
I cried during Avatar: Way of Water.
Oh yeah.
From a positive, like, oh my god, this is so beautiful, and so
yeah. That's true. I have gotten. I don't know that I've ever cried, but there have been times when like something has been so beautiful that I have like gotten misty-eyed. And when I say misty-eyed, what I define that as like you there's like liquid discharge in your eyes, but it doesn't like.
No, way to keep it a very beautiful. That's very.
But tears don't actually like come out.
Liquid discharge in my eye from the beauty.
Honestly, this is a really weird one. But I got a little bit misty-eyed during a couple episodes of Andor. Just because of how well executed.
Yes.
Like not because it's like but like there's an episode called The Eye, I think. That was just like, in my opinion, a perfect episode of television, and I was just like, I'm so deeply moved to have watched like this perfect thing.
to
That
be
happens to
enjoying
me a
And
lot.
something
also
for
had like
so long.
spectacular
Yeah.
visuals in it
Yeah.
as well. You know, like
That feeling of an artistic expression at the highest level will move me like that. Yeah, for sure.
That's how I feel watching a certain movie we'll be discussing.
indeed,
Yeah.
indeed. All right, well,
Black
thanks for the
Adam.
questions.
We're done. It's gone. Can't hurt us anymore.
That was a clip from the Filmcast After Dark. To get access to the whole episode, go to patreon.com/filmpodcast. You can sign up for ad-free episodes as well as exclusive After Darks. You can find the regular podcast at thefilmcast.com. And of course, like and subscribe for more videos like this one. Thanks for watching.